Alright, if I may ask all the speakers, please, if you know you're a speaker, come towards the sound system, towards me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings to all of you, and thank you for taking the time out to join us today. I know it's not the best of weather, but then again, it's not the worst. Remember our brothers and sisters in Gaza, when you're out here standing for an hour or two, they have to face this day in and day out. 4 years ago, it was non-stop for 22 days. So far, it's been a few days. We hope it doesn't last. But knowing Israel, it probably will. First of all, before we begin, I'd like to take a moment of silence for those who were killed, including the 11-month-old and the 3-year-old. Thank you very much. Today, we are here to express our outrage at the ongoing situation in Gaza. We are here to convey a message of disgust at the utter indifference that our administration has shown the people of Gaza. This system of collective punishment that Israel has made a norm must be put to an end immediately. And not only is the U.S. fully supporting this new war on Gaza, their justification for it stems from lies. And as usual, the media could care less about the innocent people being murdered day by day. The U.S. doesn't care. Obama doesn't care. Clinton doesn't care. Why does no one care? Because just like killing Palestinians in Palestine gets you more votes in Israel, supporting Israel's unjust actions gets you more votes in the U.S. And this is a sad reality today. Today we demand an end to collective punishment of the Palestinian people. We demand that Israel put an immediate halt to the killing of innocent civilians, innocent women, and innocent children. The State Department put out a statement yesterday which said in part, "We strongly condemn the barrage of rocket fire from Gaza into southern Israel. We regret the death and injury of innocent Israeli and Palestinian civilians caused by the ensuing violence. There is no justification for violence that Hamas and other terrorist organizations are employing against the people of Israel. We call on all those responsible to stop these cowardly acts immediately. We support Israel's right to defend itself, and we encourage Israel to continue to take every effort to avoid civilian casualties." And it goes on spewing propaganda as if the statement was written by AIPAC or a PR firm that works for Israel. How unbelievable is that? How amazing is that this country that stands for freedom and democracy would do such a thing? We demand that the Obama administration put an end to this blind support of what we know to be state terrorism by Israel. As Americans of all ethnicities, today we stand here as Americans of all ethnicities, faiths, and social backgrounds. We call on our administration to stand up for justice and not for political gain. Today, we ask that everyone tell their representative, call and demand that the State Department and the White House demand an immediate end to the killing of innocent Palestinians, to demand an end to the siege on Gaza, and to hold Israel accountable for its actions immediately. No more killing! No more killing! No more killing! No more killing!
No more killing! No more killing! No more killing! No more killing!
And with that, I can tell you that no matter what happens in Gaza, our brothers and sisters stand resilient. They stand tall. They will always stand against the face of injustice. And that's why we're here today, to show them that we stand with them in solidarity until freedom and until they prevail. With that, we're going to start with a few speakers, representatives of this movement in the city of Chicago, one of which I am proud to say is working side by side with us in an organization that I work for, AMP. Her name is Dina Kishawi, and she is originally from Gaza. She's going to talk to us a little bit about what experiences she's had and what she's heard coming from Gaza recently.
How long is it? First of all, salam alaikum to everyone. Now, I am from Gaza. I was there less than 2 years ago, and I'm going to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, it is the most beautiful place in the world to be. I left a piece of my heart there. And every time I hear a bomb, or every time I see pictures, my heart breaks and tears with it. But you have to understand that we can't do much from here except for raise awareness. It is our responsibility to make sure that everyone in this world knows what's going on in Palestine, especially in Gaza. We have to take a stand. Now, many of us here might think that Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or any of these social media sites might not work, but they're going to make a difference. So I'm asking you as a Gazan, we are resilient people, not only the people of Palestine, but the entire Muslim Ummah. You need to come out and constantly make dua for your brothers and sisters in Gaza. They're asking you for your dua. Dua of the oppressed is the only thing between them and Rabbina subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you need to make an effort to constantly keep them in your prayers. Day and night, remember them. That's all we ask you to do. On top of that, the people of Gaza, alhamdulillah, they're very strong people. They're faced with this hardship because Rabbina subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that they are capable of dealing with it. So you need to make that stand. You need to keep them in your dua. Inshallah, they will get through this. That's why they have been tested. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah will not give someone a trial more than his soul can handle. Make sure you keep them in your dua. And over there overseas, they will constantly be making dua for you. If you go to Gaza, it is more than just broken slabs of concrete. Gaza is beautiful buildings with beautiful people. So make sure, and I'm asking you as a Gazan, to keep them in your dua. So if we can just take a moment of silence, keep them in our dua, make a short dua now, and make it the most sincere dua you have done of the day. I'm asking you not only as your fellow sister in Islam, not only as a Gazan, but as a human. This is a human cause. Keep them in your dua for the next 30 seconds, just intense dua. Thank you.
Takbir! Takbir! Jazakallah khair, Dina. Thank you very much. Before I continue, I just want to remind everybody, please stay off the property. This line, the silver line on the floor, just stay to the right of it towards the street. Before we continue, I want to thank the organizations that made today's program possible, beginning with the organizers. And this protest is organized by the Palestine Solidarity Group, the Chicago Movement for Palestinian Rights, the U.S. Palestinian Community Network, and the American Muslims for Palestine, AMP. This program is endorsed by many organizations across the Chicagoland area, a few of which we'll hear speakers on behalf of. The next speaker I would like to call to the mic is Sanat Yassin, speaking on behalf of the Chicago Movement for Palestinian Rights.
I welcome you all here. Students full of knowledge, many of my students are here today, so shout out to them. Elders full of life experience, workers, professionals, lovers of justice and peace, I welcome you here today. We stand in front of Obama's headquarters, our newly re-elected president. But President Obama, can you hear us? Senator Durbin, Senator Kirk, can you hear us? Can you hear our cries and our demands for justice? Can you hear the cries of the Gazans, of the Gazan that just spoke?